Hello and welcome back to another video. Today I have a very fun and exciting video. I am taking you along with me on a little thrift trip. Afterwards we are going to be styling all of the pieces. It's gonna be a little haul and yeah, just the whole works. The video initially was to go and donate my clothes that I pulled out from my closet clean out, but I thought it was the perfect opportunity to also integrate a little bit of thrifting because I feel like I don't take you a lot on thrift trips with me. I was in the thrifting mood that day and it ended up being quite a successful thrift haul. I got quite a lot of stuff. That's pretty much just how this video sort of came to be. Really hope that you enjoy it. Without further ado, let's just get into the thrift trip. There's a little charity shop not very far from where I live, literally like actually a 5-minute drive. And then I thought, well, might as well just take a look around. Thought I would just take you guys along with me because I don't think I have, or I've done it once, but haven't really taken you guys thrifting very often. Let's do that and hopefully find some gems. Okay, let's go. Stop, this is actually cute. Hello, obviously did a little bit of thrifting, which you probably just saw. I wanted to just show you what I got on that day, as well as a few other things that I have picked up lately that I kind of have featured in my closet clean out video, but thought I would just include them here because I haven't tried one or two things of these things on. Let's start with what I got on my thrift trip that day. That thrift trip was on the 2nd of July and it is now the 28th of July. I have not looked at the stuff since then, so that's kind of crazy. But let's just take a look, shall we? I'm just gonna grab the first thing I see. So you might be shocked to see such a bright shade of blue. I was intrigued. I've noticed that some of the cooler toned bright shades I can make work in my wardrobe and I actually kind of enjoy it. I got this little jersey. It's like a cobalt blue. It might look a little bit brighter in the footage, but it is a little bit deeper, not on camera. Look at these cool buttons. I don't know what it is about a good button, but it just ropes me right in. And I saw these little star silver buttons and I was like, ooh, that could be fun with some big combat boots or black styling. I'm very excited to try this on. Will it work? Who knows? I got this one for only 40 rand, which is crazy. This one doesn't have a brand on it, unfortunately. It seems like pretty good quality to me. Like it feels very soft and I quite like the mohair effect that it has. It's kind of got a fuzzy sort of effect. So yeah, this will be a very interesting out of my comfort zone one to see and try on. If it doesn't work, at least I tried. Let's just close our eyes and pull whatever comes. I was so excited when I found this. It is this jacket. I don't know if you can see so well, I apologize for that, but it's kind of this like a charcoal color, which is really nice. Nice to have something that's like a little bit off from black. I was really sold on the shape. It looks like it's gonna have that sort of fit and flare, which I have been really enjoying. On the back, it's got a giant bow. I love like anything that's cutesy and vintage and doll-like. That is the brand. It says Radio. I'm not too sure. I think this one's price actually came off, but I think it was around 60 rand if I'm not mistaken. Next. Ooh, okay. About a year or 2 years ago, I picked up a cream little cardigan, but the cardigan itself wasn't in the best condition, so I ended up re-donating it. This time when I went, I found a very similar one. These are really nice for more like the spring and summer. It's just like very simple, but it's got this cable knit, which is a nice kind of textural feature. I just think this looks really cute with a long skirt or even a mini dress, layered kind of look when you want something but not something too warm and snug. Giordano. This cost 48 rand. What sold this one to me is that it is 80% cotton and 20% hemp. So that feels good to buy something with fibers that are of a good quality and sustainable. So yeah, very good find for that. I think there's one more thing in this bag. Wait, what is this? Ah, I love the surprise of it. It's so fun. This is pretty much just a little button-up cardigan. I really like this like dark gunmetal gray. I don't know if you can tell that it's gunmetal gray. The lighting is definitely different on your end. This is just a Woolworths medium. What I liked about it is that this does not have a v-neck. I have so many of these cardigans that the buttons end like that, so it has a v-neck, but this one has a round sort of neck and the cardigan goes all the way to the top. So nice for little collars and stuff like that. I really like a different silhouette, so I picked that one up. I paid 38 rand. That's bag one done. Okay, next let's go with this one, because I think I remember what this is. Was a little bit in two minds about this one when I saw it, but I really just wanted to try it on and see if I could make it work, because it's interesting. I don't have anything like this. It's basically a knit dress. How cute is this? I actually think this is very adorable. I don't know if you can see, but it's got a little bit of a silver yarn that's been knitted into the fabric, or the yarn had some silver in, so it's got this nice little shimmer moment. I just love basics that have got like a statement feature, like something that just sets it apart from the basic design that it would be. It's got this asymmetrical collar. I think that's really fun, with the little capped sleeves, very cute, and then also again sort of like a fit and flare, which I really like, and pockets. So many cute features in one piece. The brand is Walkstar. Never heard of it. I paid 65 rand. I think this will be very, very cute with stockings, some high socks, and some like knee-high boots, and then maybe with a coat or a jacket. You can always just put a long sleeve shirt underneath this if you are feeling cold, which you probably are if you're wearing knit. I think this is a really cool mid-season piece. I'll see what I come up with in the styling portion. Okay, next. Oh my god, this color is insane. This is the kind of red I can get behind. Got this like embroidery pattern, kind of like floral. Unfortunately, the tag has been ripped out, so that sucks. I wish I could tell you where this is from, and I also wish I could tell you what size this is, because judging just based on first appearances, it might be a little bit on the big side. I paid only 42 rand for this. Next. Ooh, okay, so this is kind of more of a loungewear piece. That's what I was thinking when I saw it. It's basically just this little sweater. Obviously, for me, the selling point was the fact that it's purple. It is a really nice purple. It doesn't look as good on screen, but it's also got this cute little design embroidery, and then I also really like the zip detail. That's very like reminiscent of 90s kid, kind of like early 2000s. Probably something you would have bought, well, when I was like 11 years old, but I kind of love that. I kind of love it. Probably would wear this with like a mini skirt or like a maxi skirt and just some dark, a tote bag. Keep it real, keep it really chilled out. Brand is Pickaberry. That's adorable, and it says it's a large, so I'm thinking, could this be for a kid or like a teenager? It doesn't look large to me. It looks more like a small medium, and I only paid 45 rand for this one. And there's one more thing I think in here. Nope, yep, nope, two more things. Okay, so this next thing is more of an accessory. It is this absolutely gorgeous scarf, the whimsy, goth, witchy with the purple. It was the first thing I found, and I was like, I'm screwed. I'm screwed. I'm gonna be here all day. What I also love about it is that it's pretty long, very easy to like wrap and throw. You can probably wear it as like a shoulder shrug. Love that it's got the transparent feature, and then it's also got tassels. Really, really cute. I don't think this is gonna have a label. I'm so sorry. Regardless, I paid only 30 rand for this. Another 90s piece. It's kind of a jersey sweater sort of thing, but it's got this, what do you call this again? This pattern. I just thought these colors were really, really cute. What I also really love about this is that the color and the pattern is offset by black. I just think this pattern with these colors is very 90s, and it's got a v-neck just with like a little kind of collar peeping out, or some chokers and necklaces with a mini skirt or a maxi skirt or jeans would look super, super cute. I'm very excited to try it on. We'll see how much it works in my vision. If it doesn't work in my vision, well, what can you do? We tried. This is also from Woolworths. I paid 45 rand for it, and it says it's a size large, so we'll see. It might have a little bit of a looser fit, but I don't mind that. And that is the second bag done. Last bag, and then we'll get into the few other random bits and pieces. Yes, another purple thing. We got very lucky this day with purple. This is so layerable, also so soft. The perfect purple. It's got this nice, also like a wide neck, so I don't know how wide this neck will sit. I really like the oversizedness of it. I think it's gonna be very, very cute with some nice like belts and a long skirt. There is no label on this one either. I'm so sorry, but I paid 38 rand for this. Here's something just like a little bit more simple, a basic, but I thought the fit of this was very cute. It's basically just a little knit, more of a top. What I really liked about this is the very pronounced v-neck feature. Date night appropriate, if you know what I mean. This also looks like very cozy to me. The sleeves look quite nice and long. This one is from American Attitudes. It's a size medium. This one's price might have got lost. We'll just pretend to know how much I paid. Let's just say it was 40 bucks. This is the second last thing in this bag. It's a very cute, another little jersey knit. So it's this like baby doll kind of jersey. I have been obsessed with the look of pea coats and that kind of baby doll silhouette. It also does remind me of the 60s, like 60s, 50s fashion with these giant buttons and matte sort of baby doll silhouette. But I've been really hunting for something like this, and this is originally from H&M. Paid 45 rand. So this one, it's like this little top in this like chocolate brown, which is really nice. If I'm gonna wear brown, I do like a more dark rich color brown. I love the pearlescent little button. I just think is adorable. I love also like how irregularly these are sewn on. It's so cute, and this fabric is very soft, and the brand is Bindi. 32 rand for this one. That was everything from part one of my little haul. I just also wanted to show you something that I just opened today. I ordered it from a local online seller called Pre-Loved Vintage. She has amazing things and like very regular drops. I have also been loving anything with a Peter Pan collar. She posted this, and even though it is very much more in the spring summertime realm, one of a kind is one of a kind. I had to have it. It reminded me very much of Wednesday Addams in the summertime, so I really just had to grab it up. What I also really like is the sleeves kind of have a transparent sort of feature, which is something different. Usually these come in like quite a thick fabric, or yeah, just quite a dense fabric. It's super flowy. It's got the baby doll silhouette, and of course the Peter Pan collar anglaise. I think you call this anglaise. Could be very wrong about that, but I will fact check myself. I paid 260 rand for this. These next two things I haven't tried on yet, so that is why I'm including them, because I also really want to style them. The first one is this velvet coat. It seems like a very nice length. Love the double button closure, big collar. Always gonna love something that gives that romantic goth look. Excited to try that on. That brings us to the final piece. It is this denim jacket. It has got a very cool pinstripe feature, which is what really sold me. Been on the hunt for these kinds of jackets that can be worn less of an overgarment, more as the main piece. Thought this one would be great because again, it doesn't look too oversized, and I love a pinstripe charcoal gray, which is cool. I think this is also from Woolworths if I'm not mistaken, and again, I have no clue what I paid for this, but I think it's really cool, and I can't wait to try it on and style it. I can't believe I haven't yet. It's crazy. How we're going to style these pieces. We're going to see them in action, see if I was right about them actually working within my closet or not. Hello! Today we are going to be doing the styling portion of my thrift haul. I'm so excited. I have not tried any of these pieces on. This is going to be just as mysterious for me as it is for you. I have no clue what I'm going to come up with. I do have a few ideas in my head, but it's very much going to just be let's create some outfits using the clothes that I have in my closet. I'm also not going to be styling these in any particular order. I know like I went through them in the haul in a particular order, but I'm just going to pull pieces and we'll go from there. All right, let's do it. The first piece that we're going to style is this woolen dress. I have not been able to stop thinking about how I will style this and whether or not it's actually going to work or whether or not I'm actually going to like how this looks on me. So I figured we'll do this one first. So this is what it looks like on. I think it's hella cute. It's really giving me that like 60s mod kind of look. I feel like I can do something really cute with this. I love the little pocket feature. I just think that's so cute. I'm definitely thinking that the first thing that I'm going to be doing is putting on some tights because I am very cold right now. And then I remembered in my video I mentioned something about doing some like long socks, knee-high boots. So I think I'm going to just like follow through with that idea and see how that looks, and then maybe add a coat, like a trench coat. But to be so real with you right now, I would probably also put on a long sleeve top underneath, but I can't find the one that I would usually go for. So I'm thinking I might actually add a little mock neck kind of long sleeve top just for some extra warmth, because I really feel like that is how I would wear it if I was gonna go out, especially in the cold weather. So I'm having a teeny tiny little dilemma. Nothing crazy, but I originally wanted to wear this with these gray socks, these kind of like longish gray socks with a flat boot. So I had it in my mind that like this was going to be the boot option, but the brown flat boots don't look good with gray in my opinion, and unfortunately I only have brown flat boots, which is like definitely something on my wish list. I really would like to find a nice pair of black flat knee-high boots. What I did was I put on a black sock with this pair instead, but if I wanted to stay true to the original sock idea, then the only other pair that I have is the Demonias, but I don't know if the Demonia is what I was kind of going for with this outfit. So I'm just really trying to decide what option to go with right now. But as you can see, I added this mock neck long sleeve top underneath, transparent tights, and I changed my hair just to give it like a little bit more on the top sort of situation. I'm just gonna quickly decide what boots to wear, and then maybe I'll put a hat. Maybe I'm not feeling this updo, and the coat, and then I think this outfit will be done. Did not like the brown boots with this outfit. I just didn't think it really went. I don't know, those brown boots don't really give me a winter sort of vibe. They kind of remind me more of like a autumn, spring, even summer. Went with my Demonias, even though it's really not what I was going for. And then I'm just kind of playing around with like different accessories. I wasn't sure if I liked the neckline or not, so I went ahead and added this big stripy scarf because I think it pattern mixes quite nicely with the dress. And I added my beret because I thought the outfit calls for a hat. My coat, I think it's a great length for the boots and for the socks, and still has the dress like peeking out just enough. I also pulled out my plum little beret in case I wanted to add a little pop of color, so I think I might quickly try that. If that doesn't work, I'll add a bag, and then that will be the final outfit. Here is the final outfit. Finally decided on the finishing details that really bring everything together. Kept with the black hat. I just feel like it works better with the kind of gray and black, like a rainy, gloomy day sort of vibe that I was going for. I also think this dress would look really, really cute with some Mary Janes and just some like little scrunchy socks or something like that. I think that would be adorable. I think, yeah, there's definitely various ways you could go about this. I also thought you could change the vibe completely and kind of throw on like a vintage leather jacket or something like that. Could also look really cool. Could put a collared shirt underneath it. So I think there's a lot of ways to style this dress, which makes me very happy and very excited. I was a little bit like, if it didn't look good on, then I would feel a bit stumped, but quite honestly, it's the perfect length, really, really comfortable, and I just love how layerable it is. All in all, I can only give this a huge thumbs up. I really, really like this dress. I just added this leather and suede tote bag because I feel like it's minimalist enough. I love the little gray sock peeping through, and then obviously Demonias add that bit of edge. I'm very proud of myself for pattern mixing because not something that I usually dabble with, but I've been very intrigued with it lately, especially how I could do it in my own style because I like to wear these kinds of more like muted tones. Yeah, it's just an interesting thing to think about. Added my rings. That is the final outfit. I really like this one. What do you guys think? Next up on our list, because it was literally poking out of the bag staring at me, we have got the gorgeous whimsy goth kind of top. I'm very excited to try style this. My first instinct is to reach for a denim maxi skirt. I'm not really too sure where to go from there, so let's try that on and see how that looks. That's how that looks, and I must say I am not obsessed with this at all. Maybe these tones don't go so well together. I just feel a bit too granny-ish. I don't know, it's pretty shapeless. It's not really speaking to me in the state that it is right now. I'm thinking, because this top is definitely a little bit on the big side, I might like it better if the neckline was more off the shoulder. So I think I'm going to quickly rip it and see if I can get it to lie like that. And then I might swap it out for either a midi skirt or maybe a mini skirt. We'll see. So I kind of went a little bit crazy, but I am very obsessed with how this turned out. I will be honest though, while I was ripping the shirt, it did actually rip completely over there and actually at the back as well, but I'm not mad at it. Don't really know what to call this kind of a look, but I'm into it. I'm very into it. Let me walk you through what's going on. So obviously here is the top. that I ripped over here, and at the back you can probably see it at the back. It's fine though, it's giving the off-the-shoulder slouchy vibe that I wanted, kind of like a little bit like sleazy, a little bit Tumblr. Then I added my velvety mini skirt with a slit. The velvetiness goes with a kind of whimsy of the top. Kept on the same transparent tights, and I just put some knee-high socks on because I have been loving the way that long socks or knee-high socks look with creepers. Added the skinny scarf, and then I really like the look of like a super layered effect. It's kind of reminding me, I don't know if you guys have watched that series called The Royals. You know how the main princess dresses, she kind of has these like layered beads, sort of has a bit of like a diva attitude. Kind of got inspired by that. I'm also watching Salem at the moment, which is pretty fucking amazing. I am enjoying it. The costume is on another level. The main character, Mary Sibley, wears a lot of these like long chains and very gothic Victorian, and it is amazing. It's incredible. So I took a lot of inspiration from that. I just thrifted these beads. I was gonna like unstring them and re-bead them, but actually I think that's really cute. And then I also added my plum little hat because it ties the whole look together. And my everyday Coach bag. This is the final look. I really love it. I think it turned out so good. So again, a big tick for this one. Thumbs up, great thrift find. So the next piece is another top. This one's more of a little sweater jersey type. Also kind of out of my comfort zone. Was really reminded of like a 90s sitcom sort of a situation. We'll see if that translates. I really want to do something different to this outfit. My first instinct when I saw this was actually to pair it with a black mini skirt and some Mary Janes and like a collared shirt underneath. I'm gonna try not do that again. Maybe I could try the denim skirt again. Is this kind of low-key incredibly cute? I think this is kind of cute, giving like a very preppy schoolgirl look. We're not gonna do any repeats, so I think I'm gonna keep going and hope that it still gets better. But yeah, let's just see. Just for reference on how this denim skirt looks with this outfit, I don't like this at all, so we're gonna keep going. I just think the denim is adding one too many elements color-wise personally for me into the mix. So yeah, it's a definite no. We're gonna keep going. I have this dress that has these buttons going up and down. I'm trying to gauge whether or not I should take off the white shirt and rather put this underneath and then go from there. I don't know. I kind of like the white shirt, but we might need to change it up. Things are going well for this outfit so far. I did not end up putting on that dress, but I will show you quickly just something that is really cool that I got the other day at an arts and crafts market. How freaking cool is this little box? I basically have put all my badges and pins in here so that I don't lose them. So I just wanted to show you quickly because I'm gonna put a badge on this jersey. But yeah, how cute! Here's the final outfit. I know it's not crazily different to the previous one. Instead of going with a mini skirt, I decided to go for some little black shorts. I think this is also a really great option. I kept on the same knee-high socks, but I wanted to really drive home that layered sort of effect because we have a lot of layers going on the top with regards to the shirt and the sweater. So I wanted to keep the bottoms layered as well. And I really wasn't feeling like solid tights. Like I think having it a little bit broken up kind of works with all the sections in the outfit. Hopefully that makes sense. And then I just added my Doc Martens Mary Janes, but these add a little bit of a feminine touch. I really like how it looks with a bit of the white shirt poking out. And I think the white really offsets everything quite nicely. I just did some very like loose little braids, added some clips, or added like an extra clip to give it a little bit more of a off balance sort of look. Added my little 90s choker because I just felt kind of empty on the neck. I didn't want to cover the collar because it's got such cute features as well, like a little embroidery, so I didn't want to cover that. And then I just added my little Nana pin, went with my tote bag. I think this is really cute as well. I don't know if it's preppy. I don't really know how to define my style, to be honest. I have no idea. I just put together what I think will look good and make me feel good. So yeah, you can tell me, is this preppy? What is this kind of a style? I have no idea. But I really like it regardless. This little sweater is another big tick. Next up, we are going to be trying the coat with the very cute giant bow on the back. I'm very excited for this piece. Thinking I might do something with like a lace shirt underneath. underneath. That's kind of where my brain is going right now, so I think I'm gonna follow that. I did notice a little bit of staining on this jacket, which is very unfortunate, something that I didn't notice when I was thrifting it, but that's the way things go. People are donating these clothes for free, so it's really up to you to mend things where you can mend them, or if that is an issue for you, just be more thorough in the thrift shop or when looking for stuff. I'm gonna try it on and see where it takes me. I feel like a coat like this though really does look cute with something short. I'm thinking maybe like a baby doll dress. It depends on whether or not I end up closing the jacket or keeping it open. I feel like if I close it, trousers would work. What trousers though? I'm not too sure. Let's just see where we go. Let me show you where I'm at. The coat is missing a few buttons. Added my little baby doll dress and my lace shirt, which I think looks very cute. I obviously will just need to add some buttons, but that might then require me to change all of the buttons, and I don't think I have this size button currently, so I would have to go and buy some buttons. I need to try and decide what it is I'm going to do now. Am I going to just pin this in place for the sake of the outfit, or am I going to do an outfit that would look good with it more open? Let's check out the bow. I didn't even check it out when I was... That's so cute. I really love that little feature. This one took me a hot minute to figure out. Let me tell you, I changed a few times trying to decide what combinations I wanted to go with. As you can see, I changed out the cream lace shirt for a black lace one because I really liked how this shade of purple in the tights went with the shade of gray in the jacket, but the cream was just then totally throwing it off for me. So I decided to go with a black lacy shirt instead. It's got like a little ruffle, and I really like how the lace pokes out of the sleeves. I think that's very cute. As you can see, I did a very makeshift little closure situation, but I really wanted to get the silhouette of the coat, so it'll have to do for now. It's not terrible, it's not a train smash, it's fine. I will just have to fix it at some stage. And then I just added my regular darks. I just think they add a nice grounded element to the outfit because it's already got quite a lot going on, especially with the accessories that I did. I tried to layer, so I have these really god-awful trash jewelry that I got ages ago when I was in London, and it's tarnishing, and I never wear jewelry that tarnishes, but I really wanted to give that layered effect again, and like the chains just add a nice little element. So I might just reintroduce this back in to my rotation because it does look really, really nice with the stack kept on my choker because it adds a nice element. I really like the little button feature as well. Just my long cross. I have been very into long necklaces lately. Don't know where they've been all my life, but yeah, I'm loving this. I think this is very, very cute, and I would definitely wear this. It is another huge tick for this thrift find. I absolutely love this coat. I think it's so cutesy. Does it need a little bit of love and care? Yes, it does. But that's okay because we have the means to do so, and we will do so. So yeah, I'm really, really happy with this. I love this color gray. Just adds a really cool tone of gray to the outfit, and again, love it with the stockings. I think it's really, really cute. Hello, it is the next day. Got a little tired yesterday, so we're just gonna continue on from where we left off. Definitely underestimated how many things I have to get through, so the goal is to get through absolutely everything today, so let's just get started. The first thing that I grabbed is the super cutie little H&M coat style jersey with the really cute buttons, and I'm really excited to style this. For some reason I am leaning towards plaid for this. I'm not too sure what it is, but something about this is screaming style me with plaid. I've got two options. I could either go for a mini skirt or I could go for a midi skirt. I think it's just going to depend on which one feels better today. That is how this little jersey looks. I think it's so sweet, so precious. I paired it with my woolen little vintage skirt, which I absolutely adore. It's like the cutest thing ever, and I really, really like this. I feel like this is the kind of jersey as well that would look really cute with a collar of some kind, but I don't think I'm going to do that today. I might add a scarf or some kind of chunky necklace situation. I'm definitely going to do something on the neck. Definitely stockings. And I'm thinking chunky boots for this one. I might go with red docs, but maybe not. I might do my black like combat boots. So here's the final outfit. Kind of went a little bit in an unexpected direction. I'm not gonna lie, I did not expect to kind of go this alternative with the styling. I feel like with this little jersey, you can take it in many different ways. So I think it works really well in this more alternative kind of edgier hardware and that kind of thing. But you could probably make this like very soft and cutesy in the springtime with like a little like midi dress. Even in the autumn time, you could throw on a little midi dress, you know, something like flowy, brogues or Mary Janes. I think that would be really precious as well. Or you could put like a collared shirt underneath, which I already mentioned. But this is the direction that I went in today. So I really like it. I think it's really cool. Little woolen skirt. I put on these tights. They're kind of textured. Then because this has like an opening, I decided it's time for a belt. So I just put that so that can like peek out. I paired it with my combat boots. I think that balances everything else out really well. I just put on this really big choker that I barely ever style, but when I feel like there is something missing on the top and the top that I'm wearing is like kind of cutesy or a little bit more on the feminine side, then I think this is a really cool addition. I want to wear this more, especially this summer. I think it looks really cool with like dresses and stuff. And then I also put on my cuff just to tie in with everything. I just put these little star clips in my hair, kept my hair down because I just think, I don't know, I like the kind of like effortlessness it gives. Just this tote bag, because I didn't think that I needed like a whole bunch of stuff kind of crowding around. I don't know, that wasn't a very good explanation. But yeah, this is the final outfit. I really like it. I feel like I could do so much more with this jersey, quite honestly, but I'm not feeling as creative as I was feeling yesterday for some reason. I do really like this. I think it's cute and I would definitely wear it. So a big tick for this jersey. It's a total win. And I love the little 3/4 sleeves. I think that's really fun. The next thing I pulled is the velvety scarf. Honestly, I have got absolutely no idea how I'm going to style this. My first instinct is to go with something flowy, something long, but maybe I should break out of like narrow-minded thinking and see what else I can come up with. I don't know. I really have no idea. So let's see what I come up with. Here's the final look. I am low-key obsessed with this. I'm not too sure how we got here, but I'm very glad that we did. This is a very unexpected turn of events, I must say. The first time I saw this scarf, I was fully seeing a full head-to-toe whimsy goth, flowy skirts, flowy dresses, like kimono, super feminine, witchy kind of vibes. And now I kind of feel like a traveler of some kind. Some classy bitch who doesn't want to be recognized and is going incognito. To top it off, for the incognito vibe, we also have these glasses. And I think it just ties everything together so well. I actually really like this. I don't know where the hell I would wear something like this, but I really like how it feels. I don't know how else to like describe the experience that I'm having with this outfit on. Okay. Because I was so inclined to go for a skirt, I was like, no, we are not going to be going for a skirt. But I still wanted to incorporate some kind of flowy element because that's what the scarf is with the tassels and stuff. Like there's movement. I first picked out an unstructured blazer and I really like the length. It's just great for layering and like it's very lightweight and it doesn't really look like a blazer. It kind of just looks like a long overcoat of some kind. So I was really happy with that choice. I was like, cool, okay, we can work from here. We can work off something. I actually went with these very high-waisted corduroy pants. I realized that with the very high rise of the corduroy pants, I don't mind to wear a crop top, and this is a very sweet like off-the-shoulder long sleeve top, so it's still pretty cozy. And put that on and was like, okay, this is sick. Almost went with ballet flats because I was already kind of going down a path of like some kind of classy lady. I don't know what, you know, classy witchy lady like fashionista kind of vibe. So I was like, maybe ballet flats. And then I thought, wait, I might actually bring out like a slight heeled boot for this to like tie into that classy vibe, and put that all on and was like, okay, this looks really good. I like this. I like where this this is going. And I was expecting just to like layer this as a normal scarf, but then I thought you can see the pattern and the like texture of the scarf much better if it's kind of more of a feature. So I turned it into this little like hood wrap scarf, which is totally the incognito vibe. And then for a bag, I definitely wanted something big. I almost went with a small beaded bag, but I think for the look, the accessorizing needed to be kind of clunky, kind of bulky. I thought, well, we need some glasses to complete the look, and these are the perfect ones. Like, mind your own business, you know. This is the final outfit. I must say I am really surprised that I like this as much as I do. I think it's very cute, very stylish. There's obviously lots of ways you could go about styling the scarf. I thought about even styling it as like a wrap top. That could be kind of fun, but I think that's more of a summer spring sort of idea, so I'm gonna hold off on that for now. I'm really happy with what I came up with. What do you guys think of this outfit? Let me know. Next up, we've got a slightly more boring piece, I'll say. I've got no clue what vibe I'm gonna go for this, but I'm gonna pull some things, see what I come up with. I actually think I've lost the plot slightly a little bit with this one. I truly had no clue what it was that I wanted out of this. When I put this shirt on, I realized that it's actually got some pretty bad staining over here, so just ignore that. I'm gonna see if I can get that out somehow. This is kind of strange. I don't really know what I have created here. I don't really know if I would wear this. I do think this top has potential. I just think I'm overthinking it. I wanted to pair this little cami underneath it just so that there was some interest with the top of this, so it wasn't just a plain sweater or a plain jersey. Styled it so that this V would be a bit more off the shoulder, and then you could see the white lace poking out, which I think is pretty cute. I added this headband, I don't know why, and some bigger like hoop earrings just to make everything stand out a bit. I wanted something long and layered, so I went with beads. I don't know. I'm wearing like some very wide-legged pants, my cherry red docs, which are making their first appearance in this entire video. These things are kind of wrecked. I do love them so much. I would never get rid of them, but I have been trying to just like style a more diverse range of shoes for this video. For whatever reason, I decided, you know, with all this going on, I needed a belt, but I need the belt to sit over and cover where the stain kind of is, and then just my thrifted Coach bag because it's got all the like bits and pieces, and I feel like that's kind of what this outfit is saying. It's like slightly over accessorized. I also think those glasses from the last outfit could be kind of cool, but I don't really know if I want to add another thing to this right now. What I really like about this top is that it does indeed have these long sleeves, and I really like the long sleeve kind of like open neck look. I think that's really cool. I don't know how I feel about this one, I'm not gonna lie. I don't think it's the top's fault. I do like the top. I like the way it fits. I just don't know if this is an outfit that I would actually wear, to be quite honest. I do quite like the headband. Like, I think that's a fun accessory, something that I never really wear. I think it looks quite nice with the baby bangs, and like with jewelry, it kind of gives like a nice feminine edge. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's cute. It's just, I don't know if I would wear it exactly like this. I might change a few things. It might be the belt that's just sitting here like out of purpose. I don't know. I think it's cool, but I would change a few things about it. Thumbs up for the top. I do like the top. Just a bit of a bummer about the staining. Next on the list, we have got this purple sweater, very like baggy, oversized purple sweater. I literally have no idea how I'm gonna style this. I might do a maxi skirt with this one. Now that I think about it, I've got a floral maxi skirt that could look kind of cool, or maybe even some bootleg pants. I'm not too sure. I'm gonna see what I come up with. I'm gonna show you guys quickly what's going on here. So this is how it looks on. It's definitely very big, very baggy, very oversized. I'm still thinking a skirt. Envision like long layered necklaces as well to go with something like this. These are the skirts that I was thinking. Well, I wasn't thinking these skirts. I was thinking this skirt, but I don't know if that's really my vibe. Yeah, I don't know. I'll try it on, but I'm not too sure. Then the other option that I have is this skirt, and what I like about this is that it kind of does a fit and flare sort of a silhouette, which I think the silhouette is what will give this outfit a little bit more structure. I'm not too like concerned about pairing colors together, but I do feel like with something baggy like this, like, yeah, this is nice, but is it that nice, you know? So I'm gonna also try this one on. Let's try the floral on first though. This is a know from me. Okay, this one is really weird. I don't know about this. It feels very awkward and kind of bunchy. Look, without the belt, it looked very shapeless and not really doing much for the outfit. I don't know if I should maybe try this with leggings or something, but like, is that really an outfit? You know what I mean? I did add this belt to try give it like a little bit of structure, but I feel like it's bunching in like a not so great way, and I don't think I like it with the skirt. This is what it looks like without the belt. I don't know what it is about this. I think it's because it's like really long. It's too long to wear a skirt with. Don't know. I thought I was gonna like this top a lot more than I do. I think I'm just gonna try one thing quickly and see if that works better, but if not, this might be a redonate, so we'll see. We have arrived somewhere. Do I love it? I don't think so. I don't think I love it. Do I hate it? No, I don't hate it either, but I'm just a little bit worried about the versatility of this piece. If this is like the only way that I can think to style it, jeans, big boots, oversized styling to match the oversizedness, then that might be a problem for me. I think I'm gonna have to reassess. I think you could also maybe use another necklace, but I'm not gonna do that right now. I also have the big glasses to kind of tie in. So I did just put on my bootleg black jeans. I added the layered necklaces and stuff. I think this would actually be cool with like some bangles, but I don't really have any bangles, just to kind of like add to that like loose, effortless sort of effect, if you know what I mean. Big glasses giving very 2010s. And then I thought the neck scarf was just like a nice touch to add something at the top and add like a little bit of drama, a little bit more structure to the outfit because the jersey is so unstructured. And then obviously I put my hair up because it just felt like too much hair with such a baggy jersey. And then my combat boots for some height and some elevation, again, just to like tie in. This is the final outfit. I'm honestly not too sure how I feel about this. This jersey might be the first one that doesn't get a thumbs up from me. I'm gonna have to see. I'm gonna have to try it with a few more things. I'm also gonna like look back on the footage and see how I feel about it in the footage. So I'll say this one is like an on notice. I might just redonate it, but if I figure out another way to style it, maybe I'll keep it if I decide that I like it. So yeah, this is the final outfit. What do you guys think? Do you like it? Do you hate it? What are your thoughts on the jersey? Let me know. I'd love to hear. Next up, we are going to style the little gunmetal gray cardigan. I already know that I want to go for kind of like a dark academia kind of look with this one. I want to do like a pronounced collared shirt. I think that'll be very cute. Probably a mini skirt again. I know. Sorry. I'm into my mini skirts at the moment. I've been really enjoying the mini skirt look. So yeah, let's try this on. Hopefully it fits and looks nice in the way that I'm thinking. Jokes, I actually didn't end up going with a mini skirt. I tried it on with the collared shirt with the jeans as I had them, and I actually really like how this looks, and this is definitely a way that I would wear it. I would also wear it with a mini skirt, but I like the kind of casual approach that this takes. It feels very vintage and then paired down with like more modern elements, which I love. So I'll show you kind of just what's going on. Obviously, here's the jersey. It's so cute. It's exactly what I wanted. It's exactly what I hoped it would turn out to be. Then I just paired it with the Peter Pan collar shirt. So cute. Love the two paired together. Exactly how I envisioned it. And then I figured that this outfit would really come together with the accessories that I went with because it is really casual and like kind of easy. And I also just love that about it. So I went with my beret because I think it ties in with that like dark academia sort of look. These glasses, I think also like oversized masculine sort of feel, looks very cool, very cute with the styling. I kept on my choker. I don't really know if it's necessary, but I don't know. It kind of just feels nice to have like one thing on my neck. Then I went with my red darks just for a little bit of color. And I think the tone of this red goes really nicely with the gunmetal gray and just my tote bag tying in with that relaxed, easy sort of vibe. I feel very cool in this outfit. I really like it. It feels very me. Kind of is exactly how I envision styling this little jersey, and I really like it. I'm really happy. You could also totally add a jacket. I'm not going to do that right now, but I think a pinstripe blazer or something would look really cool. That's the outfit. What do you guys think? I really like it. I will give the cardigan a big thumbs up, a big green tick. Hits all the boxes. Really cute. Really like it. This is an exciting and also also kind of scary one because we are going to be styling this blue jersey. I've mentioned that it is quite out of my comfort zone. I don't own anything in this shade of blue. In fact, I don't own many blue things, but I thought this could be a really fun pop of color with, dare I say it, an all black outfit. But now that I am looking at that floral skirt that I tried on earlier, I feel like the blues in that skirt could also kind of tie in. It's really not how I was envisioning to style it, but maybe I'll try it, or maybe I'll just go with what I was thinking with a little mini black skirt, combat boots. We'll see, we'll see. That's how it looks on. I think it looks very cute just worn open. I would honestly wear it with these jeans, not these shoes, but I would wear it just like this, but we're gonna not do that. Okay, so here is how I am going so far. Basically just have to decide between the combat boots or the rogue style shoe. I was gonna go with these ones, but I think surprisingly I'm actually feeling more inclined to go for these ones. Here's the final look. I think it's so freaking cute, so adorable, so precious. This jersey is so soft, so nice. I'm actually quite in awe at how much I like this jersey and just how well it fits. Everything just comes together really nicely. I just put on this little wrap mini skirt. Underneath I just have this it's just like a simple long sleeve top, but it has this nice kind of like little scalloped feature, which I think is cute poking out. Went with my spiderweb tights to add a little bit of my own flair, and then I went with my thrifted coach bag. I'm wearing it as a shoulder bag because I just think it kind of fits where everything is hitting right now, if you know what I mean, like the lengths. Again, look how cute these little buttons are, so freaking precious. And my 1460s. This is freaking cute. Oh yeah, and I also put my hair a bit more up because I just thought that's what it needed. So yeah, I love this. I'm really happy with this. I think it's so freaking cute, freaking adorable. I really like this jersey. Thumbs up for the jersey. Big green tick once again. So happy I found this. Next up, we have got the little sweater sort of a situation. I am going to be slightly boring about this one, and I might keep on pretty much the exact same outfit except change the shoes, or I might do a denim maxi skirt, which I think ties into that 90s sort of vibe that the look kind of reminds me of. Yeah, we'll see. I obviously haven't tried it on, so I don't know what the fit is going to be like. This is what I came up with. Kind of struggled with this one, not gonna lie. The denim maxi skirt just looked a little bit too frumpy for my liking, and like not in a cute way, not in a way that I would personally wear it myself. So that's why I veered into a different direction. I obviously went with all black styling. I think this is really cute. I would wear this. I just put on a little velvet mini skirt, which is so roomy. It's really comfortable, so it kind of ties in with the comfiness of the sweater. And then I put on some opaque tights because I feel like I was looking for a solid black base to work off of. I didn't really feel like going with any textures or anything like that. And then I put my Mary Janes on because this look feels very cutesy to me, so I did want to tie in with that feel and add some cute shoes, and then with just some little scrunched up socks. And then I just went with my tote bag because we're going for that easy breezy kind of vibe. I actually did add some earrings. I don't really know if they go, to be honest. I wanted to add some kind of jewelry or something because this doesn't really work with necklaces. I don't know if it's cuter if it's just like all the way up. That cuter? Maybe. Anyways, this is what I came up with. I do really like this little sweater. Very cute, very comfy. I also don't own anything like it. I like it. I don't know how I feel about the outfit. I think I like it. I might look back and be like, but I might also look back and be like, hey, that is cute. So who knows? I feel good in it right now. That is the end of the video, guys. You may have noticed that I didn't get to styling everything in this video. I'm so sorry. I literally ran out of steam, but I did try on the pieces. So I took some photos, which I will show you right now. So I hope that makes up for me not styling everything in this video. I will definitely style them in future videos though. I really hope that you enjoyed this. Let me know if you want to see more thrift trips. They're definitely a little bit of a different experience. I'm not so used to filming in public and stuff, but it's definitely fun. If you do want to see more of that, definitely let me know. I would love to hear also which item was your favorite or which outfit was your favorite. Yeah, let me know in the comments. I would love to hear from you. And if you watched to the end, thank you so much. I really hope that you enjoyed it. If you haven't yet subscribed and you enjoy fashion thrifting content, definitely do that now. I never say this, but hit the bell notification if you want to get notified when I post. Thank you so much for coming thrifting and styling these thrift pieces with me. I hope that you guys have a beautiful rest of your day, and I will see you very soon. All right, bye.